And that is Buzzing by Chit Chat, bringing us to the top of the hour. It is 3 minutes past 10. Good morning to you. Karibu sana if you just tuned in. And of course, about that time, we get into our conversation of the day with our fave, the one and only, Mayonde's in the building. So yes, as we were talking about buzzing, so this was your gospel era, right?
Yo, yes, exactly. The beginning of my music career.
Please dive us into the gospel. Your gospel era.
I grew up a church girl, like through and through. So when I cleared high school, of course, I was gonna be a gospel artist, and I started singing backing vocals for a group called Hip Hop, which comprised of Esther, Giuliani, Riga, and Michelle.
Nice.
And we just go around the country, like to schools and universities, and like perform and share the gospel. And we had all these singles. It was really an exciting time. But also a confusing time because you're young and you want to experiment with other things.
Very
and
true.
now you're a church girl and you're a gospel artist.
True.
So it was an interesting era.
And other than that, I'd really want to know, what was the main reason for why you stopped doing? Okay, let me not say stopped, but took a turn from gospel music.
The world.
Please don't blame the world.
Girl, you know you're young.
You are your flesh.
Girl, I was in a girls' boarding school, like in CU for 4 years, and then I left, and I'm like, wow, you can go out, alcohol.
And they said, and the boys.
There was one boy who was confusing me, so I was just like, let me not live a double life here. Let me just exit stage left.
You know, I'll actually give you props for that because it's easier said than done.
Yeah.
And I think, right, especially in this era that we're living in, there's so many people who tend to, double deal. And the fact that you were standing your ground and decided, you know what, I'd rather go left than play two sides of the coin, I'll give you props for that one. But before you actually came in, we were talking with my producer about actually even the next one that's about to come on. And we were saying the way it was such an era. Like there was a time when the gospel scene was actually really active, and the music that was even coming from there was definitely, top of the crop. Right now, when you look at the music that's from the gospel side, what do you think about it?
Wow. Okay, so to be honest, I'm really not a participant in that scene at all. Maybe because I'm on TikTok and that's where I discover all my music, and it's usually like urban tone.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't speak on that.
Okay.
I know like there are really great worship artists that I see from time to time.
Okay.
But I am just not in that scene at all.
Allowed. Very much allowed.
I can't even tell you.
Very much allowed. But yes, we shall deep dive. If you're a millennial, I'm pretty sure you remember this song back in the days when Stomp was the go-to for all the gospel music. We're coming through. We're having a conversation with Mayonde. We are so happy to have you in studio, my love. First of all, you look so cute. You are looking Let it be known. Let it be known. You are looking so peng. But yes, deep dive, guys. We are still tumeanza. We've not even touched the surface. We're coming through is I la 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 like it by Chit Chat right here on Baze Radio. You heard it right here on Baze Radio. We are still in the deep dive with Mayonde. As you just heard, that was her track with Stone Jiwe. Karibuni sana and good morning. Mayonde, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing.
Love to hear that.
Your show is great. Having a good time.
Love to hear that. But as we talk about Nairobi, I think it's very significant for you to sing about Nairobi. But despite the song mentioning the things that you love Nairobi, what is the one reason you appreciate Nairobi?
The people. The creatives in this city, my goodness, like so inspiring. People are doing such great things. There are careers that exist now that didn't exist maybe 10 years ago, right? There's so many people doing such amazing things, and it inspires me so much. It can be pretty tough to be a creative here, but people are making their lane, they're making their way. And also the people, the humor of Nairobians, the style. I think like we're really amazing people, to be honest.
I concur with that
Despite everything we have to work against, like the resilience, the humor, the style, like Nairobians are just dope.
True. I'll agree with you on that one. But also, take me when you were writing this song, or rather the creative process behind this song. Where was your mind frame at when you were writing about Nairobi?
Yeah, so I was a backing vocalist on Coke Studio Africa.
Okay.
And I was like, I need to be one of the artists who are called back the next season. And I noticed the people who are called are people who have hit songs. And at the time I was making very like jazzy, soulful music. And I was like, nah, I need to make a crossover hit, like something that's poppy, something that everyone in the city can sing along to. So I was really just looking for a hit. So because once you have a hit song, it really changes the game for you as an artist.
True.
Yeah,
that's very true.
So yeah, I wanted a song that could connect me to the city. And yeah, when you watch hip hop artists, they're always repping their city. You gotta rep your city.
So you're repping the city. What side do you represent of Nairobi?
Well, mi naishi hapo Jammu, Ngong Road.
Yes, sir.
Such a cool place. Like, it's full of young people. It's a really vibrant place to live.
Love to
honestly,
see it.
Yeah.
But yes, Mayonde, ata tujanza, please. Still get comfortable. Even you who's at home, get comfy. 0716250933 is the number. If you have any questions for Mayonde, send them pale kwa WhatsApp at 1mariamaria at Baze_radio. And the hashtag is in the AM. As we proceed, it is nothing but amazing music from Mayonde, and coming through is Isikuti Love right here on Baze. Good morning. So good morning to you if you're just joining us this morning. Kamakawa, the conversation keeps going as we deep dive into her 5-track EP called Start Again.
Yeah.
Whew, Mayonde, where do we start? Where do we finish? First of all, I think let's just go track by track because we'll finish with the overview of the EP.
Yeah.
So let's start with My Blessing. Okay. I think everybody who follows you on social media knows that you're now a mom.
Yeah.
Congratulations, by the way, because I didn't give you mine. So let me give them to you now. On behalf of Baze Radio, congratulations on motherhood.
Thank you so much.
How's the 8 months in, yes?
8 months.
How's that going for you?
It's so beautiful. It's such a miracle, like to grow a life and then see it come out of your body and then grow some more.
Yeah.
It's such a miracle, honestly. It's a beautiful blessing. It's challenging, but so rewarding. Yeah. Yeah.
And speaking of that, there's I wouldn't say a known phenomenon, but let me say it's kind of become a thing where it's believed that once an artist gets into motherhood, bouncing back into music is always very difficult. But for you, I'd want to understand, especially now that you're on this rebrand journey, how's this balance going for you?
Wow, that song for Mungu akileta mtoto analeta sahani yake. Like, I made this EP when I made this EP when I was pregnant.
Wow.
And so I had time to give birth, and immediately, not immediately, but a couple of months after, now it was time to put the album out and promote it. But all this happened I didn't have to do it on my own. I was with Perform Music Incubator, and I was supported, and I have a team. So those are things I didn't really have before motherhood. True. But it's like in motherhood, that's when I found like support.
Community.
Yeah, support, community, and the help to even just push the record. Like, I've never really experienced that before as an artist on my own. It's been a very Lone Ranger journey.
Yeah.
But yeah, in motherhood is where it's like the kid came with blessings, man.
That's beautiful to hear. Yeah. And My Blessing, is that a dedication to your baby?
Yeah, it's about my boo, but it's really about my husband. Oh. But like, through my husband, I got my baby.
Okay,
so
true.
It's also, when I listen to it now, I'm like, oh yeah, I feel like I'm talking about my son as well. But it also feels like a song about God, because God is like my friend, he's like my lover, he's like my father, he's like, he's my blessing. When you have God, you have everything.
That's very true.
So it's a song with layers. It's about like 3 people.
It's a 3-in-1. Kama shampoo ya wavulana. We love to see it. But that is so amazing. So guys, like I told you, we're about to deep dive into her EP. It is called Start Again. Remember, it is available on every DSP stream. Buy the music, pull up to her shows. But Mayonde, Mimi, I will always give you flowers. Honestly, your resilience is definitely one of a kind. It's never been seen, it's never been heard of. But yes, I will applaud every time I see you. I will always do this. And it's amazing to just see you rebrand and become the artist that you've envisioned in your mind. But yes, kakisonga, pole. But as you heard, that was my blessing. But tunachukua segue just a little bit. Tutasikiza raha kidogo, to break the ice.
I love this song.
To break the ice. But remember, 07162509333 is the number. Send in your questions via WhatsApp at Maria at Baze_radio. Mayonde, what okupata wapi?
Instagram Mayonde, TikTok Mayonde, Twitter Mayonde. What else? Yeah, those are the main 3 that I'm on. So please find me there.
There you go. You heard it right here on Baze Radio. And that is Celebration, straight out of her EP, Start Again. And you heard it right here on Baze Radio. I am hanging with the superstar. Mayonde's in the building, baby.
I love the button.
You know what? I should just give you another one.
Oh. Hey.
Yeah, me nulim say. But yes, talking about Celebration, let's deep dive in Celebration. What's the track about? What's the vibe behind it? What was the message that you were passing in this particular track?
It's a victory song. It's almost like a prophetic song. When you can see that God is gonna bring you through, that you're gonna be okay. It's like the way Martin Luther King had an "I have a dream" speech that he made before like racism had issued. Okay, it's not over, but like in the thick of the civil rights movement, he made this speech, and today is when we're seeing what he spoke about.
True.
So it's really projecting. I know there's a lot going on in the world. There's war, there's floods, but trusting that God is going to bring you through and that you're going to have the victory. So coming to the other side of the trauma, the shame, the bitterness, the failure, and trusting that God can bring you through that. So it's a celebration song. It's a victory song, being like, I know it's gonna happen by faith, or it's happened. Like whether it's happened or it's gonna happen, it's just being able to hold on to that hope. Yeah.
Love to hear that. Amazing. And I was actually going through your Instagram yesterday, and I was watching the small reel that you did talking about the EP. And there are 3 things in particular that you mentioned. And you said this album is particularly for people who are experiencing setbacks, grief, and heartbreak.
Yeah.
And why highlighting these 3 issues? Because I mean, there's a scope of so many things you could have mentioned, but these 3 were your highlighted issues. Why?
Because those things really weigh down a spirit. Like if you've lost someone or something, if you've been pursuing something and it doesn't work out, if disappointment really, and the pain of loss can really weigh down a soul. And I've experienced that.
I was just about to ask her, does any
I've
of that reflect back to you? Do you mind giving us?
I do not. Like pursuing a music career in Kenya will give you grief, heartbreak,
please
disappointment.
Tell the choir.
Yeah, so it's crazy. I chose this path to be an artist. Yani njia ya msanii
si
rahisi, and you have this vision in your mind of what you want, and then now, especially as a woman, when you hit 30, you want to have accomplished certain things. You need to be somewhere in life where you're like, I have this checklist, and I'm like, wow, I really haven't reached where I wanted to in my career, and it was so heartbreaking. And so I felt like the music dream had died, and I'm like, if I'm not a musician, who am I? What am I if I'm not pursuing this thing? So the death of that dream was where I had the grief and the heartbreak and loss, but being able to start again and be like, okay, I'm not where I want to be. Maybe I never will have the things I wanted, but what do I have? I still have this gift. I still have resources, I have connections, I have networks, like making the most of what I have, and still expressing myself musically, because when the music in you dies as an artist, that's
basically it.
Oh, it's a dark place. So to be able to create again through Perform Music Incubator, the program, was really like facing dead dreams and being like, okay, even if I'm not Beyonce, I still have this gift and I have an audience and I have a brand and, like just being like, okay, fine. It's not that bad. Let's work with what we've got. Let's move forward, however that looks, like with faith.
Damn.
Yeah.
Whew, yeah, that was something. That was definitely something. But as we keep going, next track again for the pull up is My Blessing right here on Baze Radio, and that is More and More, straight out of the Start Again EP by Mayonde, and she is right here in studio hanging with us for the interview session.
Hey girl, hey
Mayonde. But yes, as we deep dive into the EP, I think it's only right that now we actually get into the depth of the EP.
Yeah.
So starting with the name of the EP, which is Start Again, what is the significance of that title to you personally? Let's not even get to us, to you. What's the significance? I mean, it's right there as Start Again, but what's the significance to you?
Well, I really just wanted a clean slate. You can get so jaded and so weighed down by life that you lose your spark, you lose your light, you lose a thing. Just when you're young and just you're delulu, like you just believe in yourself. Delulu is the solulu.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, hallelujah. So I felt like I had lost that and I wanted to get it back. I wanted to start again. I wanted to let go of all the disappointment, the grief, all the negative beliefs that I had acquired about life and just start again.
Yeah.
And find my hope, find my passion, find the thing that gets me out of bed in the morning. I was like, I'm done living with this heaviness.
Yeah.
It's time to shake it off. It's time to get out of the funk. It's time to move forward. I have to find my power. I have to rise. So that's really what Start Again is for me. Being in alignment with the highest version of me or the highest version that God has for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also the color purple, again, of all the colors you could have chosen, Mayonde. I mean, and people say purple represents royalty and all that good stuff. But with accordance to what the EP is supposed to stand for, why the color purple?
First, that's my favorite color. I love purple.
Wow.
Yes, it signifies royalty. I remember when I was deep in the new age, it's the color of the 7th chakra, which is the crown chakra. And it's like your connection to divinity, to spirit, to God. So for me, purple really represents that connection with God, like being a child of God. What does it mean to be a son of God? Like, what power does that come with? What's the will of God over my life, really? So that having that divine connection with God and finding your power in God. So that's the only way that I was really able to start again, was really getting aligned with God and finding power there, because I really felt powerless. But when you spend time with God, when you read His Word, when you watch things that increase your faith, then it gives you the power to move forward. There's so much power in the Word. In prayer, God really hears when we cry out to Him, because He's our Father. So I guess that's what the color purple signifies to me. It's being a son of God, that royalty. I'm a child of God. I don't need to be begging for bread. I don't need to be struggling. God didn't put me here to suffer, please.
Period.
So, period. I need to start again, and I need to figure out what He says about me, who He says I am, what He says I am. Yeah, but
you're about to know who you are.
Hey.
Period. And of course, the last significance is the butterfly. Of all, I kind of got the gist of it, of course, because you were in your cocoon and now you're ready to spread your wings and fly.
Yeah.
But there's so many animals you could use, because even a snake, it sheds its skin and it's a rebrand, if you ask me.
Yeah.
But significantly, why a butterfly?
Yeah. So I went to the coast just before putting out the EP, and I kept seeing this purple and orange butterfly everywhere. Wow. And purple is my favorite color. So it just felt like a sign, like, oh, you're a butterfly. You've been through the cocoon, you've been the caterpillar, you've been isolated, and just as you're saying, now it's time to break out and fly and be free. And so, yeah, the butterfly really symbolizes that. And I kept seeing that specific butterfly. So even the butterfly on the artwork, the EP artwork, is that purple.
Really, the butterfly you kept
orange.
seeing.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Yeah. But it really is metamorphosis, like how God develops you, how he changes you, how he grows you. And yeah, I experienced that like a butterfly.
Love to see it. Woof. Well, guys, tunarudi, bado we are still listening and talking more about the EP. And as we come back, we will be talking about the rebrand journey and more is yet to come. And of course, kuna game. Mayonde, I hope you're ready.
Well, I love games.
Yeah.
Okay.
You will
Ready.
love this one. I
Okay.
promise you. And that is Cruising, bringing us to the top of the hour. It is 6 minutes past 11. Good morning. If you're just tuning in, welcome to the hashtag Baze Radio Breakfast Show, hashtag in the AM. And you're hanging with me, Maria, all the way till 12 in the PM is officially the last leg. But our conversation still continues with the one and only, the beautiful, the talented. Songstress. Niseme jina mutasema.
Mayonde.
Guys, like I told you yesterday, come on, vocals, just stay away. Okay? Okay. And as we continue with our conversation, as we're talking about the Start Again EP, we were talking about rebranding. And I would love to understand, when you're on a rebrand journey, like what does it entail? Is it that do you change yourself from the outward in, or is it just you change specific bits about yourself? Like for you, for example, take us through, what's your rebrand journey been like?
Yeah. So we did a lot of brand work while I was at the Perform Music Incubator. It's like a music business school. So at this music business school, we really had to look at where our brands are at and where we want them to go and make like a brand strategy. So this was like the first time I was learning about branding.
Okay.
And business, and I just had no idea. I was always waiting for this manager, this super manager person who would come and fix the business.
Yeah.
But like realizing, oh my gosh, no, I'm the driver of my brand.
True.
And what do I want my brand to do? What do I want it to say? Who am I? So really doing that brand work helped me realize like what I've got, because also it's very easy to keep going and not celebrate your wins, not celebrate what you've done, not realizing how far you've come.
True.
So first you have to look back and be like, okay, where have I been? What have I done?
Where am I going?
And where am I going? So yeah, that really helped a lot, having like brand experts like helping us put together our brand strategies and realizing, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm dope. And I've done dope things.
Yeah.
And I will continue to do dope things. But for me, what I'm trying to do with my brand now is build community, find my tribe, find my people. Who are my Mayondelettes?
That's what they're called?
No, that's not what they're called. Let me say my butterflies.
Okay.
I
love
where are
that.
my butterflies.
I love
know. That's really my next step, like really making a solid community, creating experiences for them. Yeah, that's my next step. And it's challenging in that you have to take risks.
True.
I've never put up my own event before, but now that's something that I have
is
to
in the
do.
works?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's something I'm developing, because I'm like, yeah, I need to find my people and I need to tell them, come for this thing, right?
True.
It's scary.
But it has to be done.
It has to be done.
True. And also, before you begin a rebrand journey, I believe that, of course, there's this wanting in your spirit that is like, you know what, probably there's a need for something fresh. But for you, considering this is a journey that you're still on, I want to believe that it's just the beginning of your rebrand. But when does the quest for change begin? Like, where does it start from? Is it like you explained, probably because you feel like some things weren't working, but you could tweak a few things and it could work. But when you say change, that means it's that's a complete overturn.
Yeah.
Where does that quest come from?
I think it really comes from failure. So I was really trying to fit into what I thought the industry needs you to be, right? You're told if you do A, B, C, D, then you'll be a successful artist,
True.
right? So I feel like I really let go of who I truly am as an artist authentically, and what really made me connect with my people looking to be a big artist, right? So like I ventured away from my true authentic
self
expression or self. So really it's as much as it's a rebrand, it's like almost going back to the roots and to stop trying to make music that's popular, stopping to make music that I think will be successful. You know, that's really the wrong way to go about it. Make what's authentic to you. Even if it's 5 people who are genuinely into you, it's real. They're into the real you. So you can have 500 people who are chanting your song, but they're not really your people. True. They won't come for the show because they're not really
authentically
So for me, it's going back to that authenticity and being like, oh no, this is who I really am. This is the music I like to make. And there are so many artists who have given me the strength to do that. Like someone like Karun, for example, has been so true to herself.
True.
And it's worked for her. Or Zinia. Like they've not tried to conform or be like anyone else. They've just been themselves. And they've built communities out of that. So I guess that's where it starts. You just have to fail and be like, actually, let me stop doing what I'm being told or should be done or what other people are telling me to do. Let me follow my heart, my gut, be my true self. And so, that's really the root of my rebranding, just going back and being like, oh, actually, it was dope. I just listened to the lies that what I make can't work here, but that's not true. Yeah.
Wow. And for those that are listening, what is the one piece of advice you'd give them for anybody who's trying to start over, anybody who's trying to, rebrand as you are? Because I believe I'd say rebranding is a journey that never ends, because every day there's something new you discover and you probably want to incorporate that sometimes. But for artists, especially in Nairobi, with, Genge to Nabantu, there's always a lot just happening on the scene.
Yeah.
What is the one token of advice that you would give to an artist who is currently experiencing the same things that you've experienced and has the quest for a rebrand?
Yeah, I would be like, just find God, please. Find God. You need to align with your creator. You need to figure out how you're going to reach him, but you need to look for God, because once you have God, you have everything. True. He opens doors for you. He'll give you purpose. Find God, because otherwise you're just running around in circles.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oof. As we continue playing, actually, this is my favorite. This is my favorite song out of the EP, and I'm happy that we get to finish this sesh with this track. This is Start Again by Mayonde right here on Baze Radio. An absolute favor from the EP as we come to the close of an amazing session with the girly Mayonde. Yes. Oh, honey, it was so nice having you today. Yeah. I hope you had an amazing morning, just like we all did.
I did. Thank you. This was a beautiful interview. Thank you.
Asanta. But as we finish, you mentioned, and I think you've spoken a lot about this, spiritual alignment. And I don't want to ask too much, because I want you to just tell me. Of course, we know it's the mind, body, and the soul.
Yeah.
So for all these 3 things, how do you nourish them? Starting with the mind.
The mind. Okay. So I guess trying to make sure that your life is in order. I think that really helps with my mind. Like, if I know I've done the things on my to-do list,
you're good to go.
I'm good to go.
Okay.
But taking time also for myself to be still, to have quiet time, to journal and figure out where I'm at. Those really help with my mind.
Okay.
Well, for my body, I'm trying to work out again and eat healthier, stop drinking so much.
Okay.
I'm not doing so well.
With Nairobi, with the things are going, a drink or 2 is not too bad to survive if you ask me.
So really trying to eat healthier and start exercising again, especially after baby. Lose the baby weight. Oh,
but honestly, just give yourself grace. I feel like that's especially baby weight and motherhood, those are one of the things where, it's gradually.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Grace, give yourself grace. You'll be high, girl, but you still look pink. Let it be known. Let it be known.
You still gotta look good.
Period.
Love yourself at every size.
Period.
Just buy bigger clothes. Buy bigger clothes, guys.
Goodness. And what about the soul?
The soul. Yeah, I'm really watching what I put into my ear gate and my eye gate. What am I taking in? Am I watching things that are bringing me closer to God? So just carving out the time to spend time with God, really. I can tell when I'm more cranky or irritable, when I have less patience, I'm always like, it's been a while since I spent time with God.
True.
Since I read the word, since I prayed. So also with a kid, it's a bit hard finding the balance of when to spend time with God and making it a daily thing.
True.
But I'm trying. I'm trying, and when I fail, when I don't, I can see the consequences.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think at the core of it, spending time with God aligns everything else. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. Yeah.
Matthew 6:33.
Ow! Amen. So yeah, when that's in order, I find when I've done the God thing, then
everything falls in line.
Everything falls in line. Then I'm more organized. Then I'm taking care of my body. Then I'm eating right. I don't know. There's just something about spirit. When you spend time with the Holy Spirit, hallelujah.
Take us to church.
Hey.
Oh my, Mayonde. As we finish, I want to ask, as people listen to the EP and relate to your story, what is the biggest takeaway you want guys to take from the EP?
I just hope you feel uplifted when you hear it. Your spirit just feels like it's gotten a shot of good vibes. Yeah, that there's some hope in there, some love in there, some victory in there, even if you're not in a victorious place, that you can hope for it. Yeah, just uplifting. I really hope that it uplifts your spirit some way, somehow.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Whoo! Yeah, that was nice. Even I feel uplifted now.
Same.
But it's not an interview until I finish it with a game. Everybody knows that's how I roll.
Okay. Go.
So, I need to cue my producer. You said, boom. So Mayonde, you've mentioned the way you're always on TikTok na unapenda kusikiza urban tone. Nini. So we'll play a little game. Everybody knows you're a singer. You have a beautiful voice. Yeah. We know all that. But can Mayonde rap?
Oh. Oh Lord.
So I'll play you a beat. It's an urban tone beat, and I need you to rap.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yes. Listen, it's your own thing. Don't even feel too pressured. That is you lazima kwa Kiswahili nini. Whatever comes to your head, honey, flow with it.
Yeah.
Are we straight?
Yeah.
Should I count you down?
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
3, 2, 1.
Okay. Hey, twende. Man, fresh life ready. Man, I'm so ready. Take my throne, cause I'm rock steady.
Hey.
Baby, and I know, but not for long. The evidence, the fact you're listening to this song.
Hey.
I'm on my grind, baby. It's my time, baby. Take off. Gotta shine, baby.
Okay.
Look at me. And look at you. Got a cashew.
Hey. Yes.
Cashew.
Can somebody say multi-talented? Love it.
Girl, she hyped me and I said nothing.
Listen, you know what? Yeah, you officially win. Okay. Of every guest who's come here, Mayonde, you've won.
Okay.
You've won. You heard it right here for the first time. Mayonde, the rapper. Okay, the rapper.
I'm dying.
Woo! Mayonde, thank you so much for making our morning. Honestly, Asante Sana.
Hey.
As Baze Radio, we wish you all the best in your rebranding. Of course, we'll be here to support anytime. You're about to get my number, so yeah. Alfayo is fired. You holla at me straight, okay? Holla at me. But yes, you heard it right here for the first time. That was Start Over, the EP. Guys, it's available on every DSP. Get it. Sawa.
Not again.
Get it.
Yeah.
Get it. Where can we find you on social platforms?
Mayonde on Instagram, Mayonde on TikTok, and Mayonde on X.
You heard it right here on Baze Radio. Good morning.
This is Baze Radio.
We are 254 to the core.